My name is Jeff. Welcome back to Mohawk-Garage. I am so excited today. For the very first time, I get to say this. This episode is sponsored by Kspeaker. It's a up-and-coming soundbar company for your side-by-sides. They sent me a speaker to try out, so I'm going to bust this thing open today, get it mounted up to the side-by-side, and see if it jams as much as they say they do. Let's find out together. All right, we're gonna get this thing unboxed, see what's inside. I did a little research online about this speaker. It's called the K66 Plus. They tell me this is their premier speaker. I don't know if this company is related to Kamimoto, but oddly, Kamimoto hit me up right after I got this to see if they could sponsor me with some items too. So, you can check this out. 1600 watts. I think this thing's got 10 speakers inside of it. As I recall, 3, 6, at least 8. I can see in the picture. These guys are running a promo code right now on Facebook. It's the code is US20, and you can get like 20% off of this speaker. This speaker lists at $250, but it's hard to pay something for that from a company you never heard of. Quick start guide in the box. One speaker. Packaged well for security purposes, I guess. Bam, there it is. Let's see what else comes in the box. Wow, those are some nice zip ties. Usually with these kind of Chinese things like that, they send you those white zip ties that break whenever you try and put them on. One mystery box. A couple of bags of these silica gel. Don't eat that. Alright. I was wondering about how long the wiring was going to be, because my battery is pretty close to where I'm going to mount the speaker, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's got a little bit of a cord here with some loom on it. This is for the visible part that's going to be hanging down in your back window. Let's see what's in the box. Alright. In the box we got some mounts, some rubber mounts. It's got a couple of remotes with it and some wiring. Let's get into this. Of course, perfect timing, somebody shows up right when I'm trying to do this, so not quite sure what that is. Maybe some sort of safety cable. I don't know. Hardware. Some kind of bar mounts here. Hopefully the bar mounts are big enough. Oh, it's even got some tools for install. That's nice. I hate Allen wrenches. Always got the wrong size. Never can find the right ones. This says spare parts. This says spare parts. You better tighten these screws up or they're gonna fall off. So don't do that. All right. So it looks pretty basic. Nice. They give you these Velcro zip tie things. This part just goes straight to your battery, I assume. Just positive, negative on that side. Has aux in. Has a base output I assume that you can add another subwoofer to this, possibly. What the heck is that? I'm not sure what that is. It's a little USB drive plugged into here. I'm not sure what that does. So it doesn't seem to have a switched wire, but it hooks to the battery directly. Oh, so you may have to turn it on and off with the switch here, which is fine. I was just planning on putting on my last toggle switch on my dash, but oh well. All right. Here it is, Kspeaker. Let's get it installed. Okay, so it seems they want you to, seems like most people are mounting their speaker up here by the top bar behind both seats. I'm gonna give that a shot. Although I do have my reverse light / chase light mounted in that area. So let's see if they can play nicely together. Okay, seems to have two options on where to mount your brackets to. One set here, one set here on each side. Maybe gives you some options in case of some situations just like this. Looks to me like they are not going to play nicely together. So I'm going to pull my light down. But I like my light. So it's going to have to go back up there somehow. But I want to get this speaker put in since they basically paid me to do it. So let's get this down. So turns out that this position up here is not going to work for me. And my Talon, these bars back here are not parallel. They actually kind of come out and then bend in the middle. So I am going to put it up here above my windshield. I kind of mocked it into place and it kind of looks like it'll work. I have to move my rearview mirror and my camera mount. So that's not that big of a deal. But let's give it a shot. Very nice. Kspeaker's kit came with the common size of Allen wrench that all these things use. So I can use that tool to take my mirror down. Oh, that looks familiar. Ah. Mirror down. Hardware. Let's see. Camera mount. Take the same size tool. Huh? Yes, indeed. How about that? That camera mount's been hanging out there for a long time. Shot lots of good video on there. Drop a comment if you agree. Alright. Wow, only one bolt there. I wonder where that one went. Okay, camera mount. Hopefully all its pieces stay together. I got this magnetic foam mount that I got off of Amazon that I really like, actually. Clamps onto the bar. Strong, big magnet right there. I put a metal plate on the back of my phone so that I can easily mount it to all the magnet devices in all of my vehicles. So, all right, so got this area cleared up now. Let's see how well this fits up here. other way. Unfortunately, I only have the mounting screw holes on one side. So I think if you're taking notes from this video, Kspeaker, go ahead and put them on the bottom too, so that I could have mounted it across this rack right here. That would have been really cool. Have the speaker right behind my head instead of up here in my face, but we'll see. So gotta go this way. I think it fits in there near perfect between my bags up here. I might have to do something about this busted up roof brace from when I rolled the side-by-side over. All right, a little bit of reset here. Well, I'm not totally sure. Hard to read these directions. They're only in pictures as to how this all actually goes together. But, you know, maybe they were like, oh, people are dumb. They won't read the words anyways. Well, hell. I will be reading, but no. So, from what I understand from the pictures, these brackets here slide on over the little kind of tracking system they got on here. They got some countersunk screws that go in here. Of course, you got to drop them on the floor. And you got to finger them into this hole somehow. Same size as everything else. Here. All right, step one to get those in there, I believe. Then step two, put the clamps on the bars. And put these little U-bolts through the clamps. Aha. Then the security cables go onto the back afterwards. I'm not quite sure what these little Velcro ones are supposed to do. So, we'll see. Out here working on my first product endorsement.
Yeah? What you got, man?
I got a fucking Kspeaker.
Oh, shit.
Sound bar.
That thing is huge.
The company sent it to me to install and try out.
Nice.
Oh shit. Yeah, 8 speakers on that thing, dude. Good to see you, bud.
You too.
So I'm just putting it in. I'm just over here on the struggle bus trying to fucking do a thing by myself. No, it's not gonna stay there. It's gonna fold up.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I figured it's gonna fold up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gonna really affect your vision there. This is reminding me of Talladega Nights. Like, this thing's cool, but it's really inconvenient.
I can't say shit. They want to put it up here in the back, but my bar is curved in the back. And the way it mounts, you know, kind of straight like this.
Yeah.
It wouldn't mount up there. So I'm going to put it up here, blast it right at my forehead and see if that's
So they just sent it to you to check it out, huh?
Yeah. The struggle of me trying to mount that thing up there by myself. But I did get it mounted up there. Got the bolts in up there. Got it mounted up there to the bar. Got it mounted to the bar here, but this brace is going to be in my way. So I got to remove that brace real quick. As you can see, it's pretty smashed up from rolling the side-by-side anyways, and it hasn't bolted down in a long time, so I'm probably going to remove that, cut all that off of there, and then I'll add an L bracket on the front side of that bar. Safety first. All right, that should make enough room where I can lean this speaker right up here. Oh yeah, tuck it right up against the ceiling like that. That's perfect. Look how perfectly that thing fits in there. It's really great. Just a one wire plug and play thing. Just got to run a wire from the battery up to the speaker itself. Everything else is done with the remote. Super easy to install. Took about 30 minutes altogether, including having to cut that brace off of there, which you may not have to do. So let me get the wire plugged in and then see if it rocks. Okay, here's the cable from my battery and the cable from the speaker. Plug that deal in. Only plugs in one way. Tuck everything up there behind my bag. Ta-da! Alright, remove the battery cover. There's 3 clips on the Talon, no problem. My battery right up in here. I like to take these eyelet connectors here and just cut them open. Cut a little section out of here in the middle so that I can slide these over the battery terminals without having to take that stupid bolt all the way out and deal with that stupid block. Alright, so you just loosen the bolts up here, and then you can easily slide your modified eyelet connector right here. Bang. Just like that. Tighten her back up. Same thing on the other side. Tighten it back up. And then route your wires accordingly to get out of your battery box. Grab a couple of those fancy zip ties that came with it and secure everything up out of the way.
Light so bright you could see me coming. Beer stays cold, cooler full of ice. Subwoofer hitting hard like Kimbo Slice. When I'm
So I got it hooked up. As you can see, it was jamming out. I tested the Bluetooth range on it, and it's about this far, about 50 feet away. So I don't know if that's great, but you know, leave your phone in your rig while you're jamming your music while you're parked if you want to. But I got that knocked out so fast, now I'm going for a ride. All right, test drive's going great. The speaker works really good from Kspeaker. I could hear it pretty good over the wind noise at about 35 on the road coming down here. Once you get over 45, it's kind of hard to pick it out, but it's thumping. And that little USB drive that came with it had some music on it, which was really convenient, you know, because you go and install this speaker and then you're like, oh yeah, let's go ride. And then you get out to the middle of nowhere here and you ain't got no signal and you ain't got no music downloaded. But Kspeaker's got you covered because they got a little bit of music on there, and it's actually, there's like Nicki Minaj on there and some other stuff. It's real music on this USB drive. So I thought that was pretty cool. Overall, I think it's a pretty good speaker. We'll keep testing it. It's supposed to be waterproof and dustproof. And, well, I mean, I live in the desert. We'll test that dustproofness. So, thanks for watching. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. Please tell your friends that you like this video. And if you got any other products you want me to try out, throw them my way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Friday night again, yeah, and we headed to the woods. Oh yeah, we about to act the fool. Woo, get loose, it's all good. Had enough for this job. Had enough. Some motherfuckers never seen you slang a thing, homie. So I guess we finna see if you can hang, homie.